What's going on, everybody? So we got a 94 Chevrolet truck, 4-wheel drive here. I've actually had this truck on the channel before, did some work on it. It was all one color then. But if you watch the channel for a little while, you may have seen it on here. I put the aluminum heads on it. And I actually worked on this motor before when it was in another truck. We put a little cam and stuff in it for them. And then they swapped the motor into this truck, and I put the aluminum heads and stuff on it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to finish that job up. We got everything done except for the exhaust. So the guy drove it home with no exhaust on it, but he said he made it home without any problems. I didn't even get to tune it or nothing like that. I just kind of run out of time on finishing it up, and the guy had to go out of town or something, so he was in a hurry to come get it. So he pretty much just drove it home open headers that day, but he said he made it home without any problems. I didn't really talk to him again after that. But obviously they didn't drive it around much. And then I found out a few months ago, another buddy of mine ended up buying the truck from him. So yeah, found out that another buddy of mine bought the truck from him. And I was talking to him a couple weeks ago, and he was wanting me to come pick it up and do some work on it. He said it just needed some buttoning up and stuff like that. As you can see, it ain't got no headers. You know, it's missing a few things on the front. Distributor's obviously out of time, as you can see, so you know it just needs a little odd and end things. Like I said, I put these heads and stuff on it, and the guy drove it home that day, but I don't know what's happened to it since then. It does look like they've had the intake off again, so I don't know if maybe that was leaking or what the deal was with that. But yeah, I went over to my buddies that had the truck a few days ago, and I was gonna pick it up, bring it back over here, and work on it for him, get it running and stuff. But me and him was doing a little talking, and you know, I was just telling him how I've been wanting a 4-wheel drive, and he knew that I've always liked this truck since I first worked on it. I told him I've been wanting another 4-wheel drive because I ain't had one in years. So we was doing a little talking. We pretty much worked out a deal, and I got to bring this thing home for myself instead of just working on it for somebody else. So for all the 4-wheel drive guys, maybe y'all like this one. I've always wanted me a 90 model 4-wheel drive truck with a straight axle, front end swap and stuff like that. I mean, this one's still independent front end, and I ain't gonna be doing no straight axle swap on it no time soon. That ain't even on my mind right now. It'd be cool to do it maybe later on in the future or something, but right now I got way too much stuff going on as it is to add a job like that. But I guess we're gonna fool around with this thing a little bit and see if we can at least get it fired up. We'll do a little walk around of it, show y'all around it, inside and all. Oh well, that's not looking good. It does have a starter on it, so I don't know. But we'll go around and show y'all around a little bit, and then we're gonna see if we can get this thing running. I don't know what all it's gonna take to get it running, but we're gonna definitely find out. So the motor is a 350. I put a small cam in it for him when it was in another truck. I don't remember exact specs on the cam. It wasn't nothing real big. It was like a 440, 450 lift cam maybe. I don't remember the duration or LSA or nothing like that, but it was just a little small cam. And then it's got these aluminum heads on it, just some old Chinese, Amazon, eBay heads, nothing special. Not sure what runners they are. I know I looked up the part number on them before. I want to say they were 180 or maybe 200 cc runners. I'm not sure. We may could find the part number on them again. Pull the valve covers off. My buddy that bought the truck from the original owners that had it when I put the heads on it, he did put some guide plates in it. It really needed that bad. If you've seen the video where I put these heads on it, or if you go back and look at it, you'll see there was a lot of room in between the push rod and the cylinder head there. I mean, the push rod would just basically move back and forth a freaking ½ inch or more to each side. It was bad. So you got some guide plates on there now, so that's good. I resolved that issue. Looks like I just made it eat some leaves, so I'll have to make sure to get them back out of there. Pretty clean truck overall. I mean, I say that it's all different colors and stuff, but to me it's a pretty clean truck because the body lines are straight, no major dents or dings, rust, nothing like that. So to me, it's what I would call a pretty clean truck. Interior's pretty decent on it. That's the main reason I've always liked this truck, because the body's straight and the interior is pretty clean. Most of them are all busted to hell and back, dash wise and stuff. But I'll show y'all around a little bit, and then we'll dive in and see what it's gonna take to fire this old girl. I do have to give him the wheels and tires back, which, I mean, tires ain't that great, but sucks I have to give the wheels back. They do look pretty good on there. But yeah, some of y'all might remember this truck. It was all that color there originally. He did a little painting on it. I think the clear coat and stuff was peeling off the top of it. I mean, it's a pretty straight old truck. Get it all one color, it'd really look good. Pretty nice grill, headlights, bumper and all's there. Grill ain't all busted up. You know, windshield ain't got no cracks in it. Hell, now that I think about it, this is probably the only vehicle I own now where the windshield ain't cracked. My C10, cracked windshield. My truck there, cracked windshield. My car, which my daddy's got right now, cracked windshield. This one here looks pretty good. No cracked windshield. Hell yeah. I'm sure once I start driving it, it'll get cracked somehow. A few things in the back. There's the manifolds, extra belt, stuff like that. We ain't gonna be putting no manifolds on it. We're gonna find some headers. Like I said, interior's pretty good shape, considering most of these 90 model trucks are beat the hell and back, especially the dash. Door panel's pretty nice. I think these are the original heads that I took off of it, and I think that's originally where I set them at. So obviously they ain't done much with the truck since put the heads and stuff on it for them. Come with some goodies too, as you can see. Got some new gaskets, tail lights, super coil, headlight. Ooh, works too. Hell yeah. Got valve cover deals. Brand new ignition coil. Got some more heads down there. Ooh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Daggone my Tabo blades. Damn, I needed them. Hell yeah. That's a score for sure. And some more heads. Daggone whole gasket kit, just about. One piece oil pan gasket, valve cover gasket, intake gasket. Hell yeah. Can't beat that. Like I said, dash is pretty good shape. Got a few cracks in it. I don't think it was that bad the last time I seen it, but you know, these things are pretty daggone brittle. Sit in the sun any amount of time, they get pretty brittle. I guarantee you, if I just hit it like that, it'd probably shatter, but we ain't gonna do that. Yeah, overall, pretty nice old truck. 4x4 in the floor. Only got 158,000 miles on it. Body wise, I mean, this ain't the original motor. Come with a quarter transmission fluid too. Well, yeah, that's about $7-8. Yeah, whole truck's pretty good shape. Another thing is, he was wanting to keep the step side bed off of it. He's got the 2-wheel drive truck there. He's wanting me to do some work on. It's got a fleet side bed on it. He's wanting to swap them out, but he said he might let me keep it. He'll think about it and see. I think the 4-wheel drive trucks look real good with the step side bed, so hopefully he'll let me keep that. Find a bumper for it. But yeah, like I said, overall, it's in pretty good shape. It does have a little rust there on the frame. And you can see there, he's actually got a piece cut off another frame right there that we could patch it with if we absolutely needed to. Probably wouldn't hurt to at least fix that little spot right there where the leaf spring bolts in before we get it running and start hitting power lines and shit too hard, jumping off hills. Missing the armrest there on this side. Well, actually, here it is. Pretty dang. It's pretty common on these trucks. Door shuts nice. I reckon I might get a battery, put in this thing, and see what it'll do. I'm gonna go ahead and retime it, that's for sure, because I know this timing is out of whack. So I'm gonna definitely redo the timing on it before I even try to crank it. Number one, you got number one going right here, which would be number 7 if it was on there right, and you was making number 1. This one, well, you can make number 1 whichever you want to on the cap, as long as you time it to that cylinder. But I like making my number 1 on the cap where it should be. So we're going to redo all this. And since the valve covers are already pretty much off, the old exhaust open intake close method to find top dead center on number 1 compression stroke. So we're going to turn it over. We want to tighten these up a little bit, obviously, but we're going to turn it over to the exhaust valve opens and closes, and then the intake valve open and close. And once the intake valve starts to close, I don't know if this thing has a timing tab or not, but once the intake valve starts to close, number 1 cylinder will be coming up on the compression stroke. So we'll do that. We'll pull the cap off, and we'll turn it over until we got number 1 top dead center on the compression stroke, and we'll see where she's pointing at and go from there. See if I can turn it over. I'll have to pull a few plugs out, make it easier. Or I guess I probably could hook a battery up, hit the starter. But I'll just continue to do it the hard way. Alright. Exhaust open. Closed. Now the intake is opening. Now it's closing. Now, let's see. Ain't got no dang timing tab on it, but I can at least go off the timing mark on the harmonic balancer and get it close. Pull this plug out. I'll stick something in there to, well, I know for sure I'm on top dead center. Alright, there's my timing mark. So we're coming up on top dead center now. Alright. Yeah, yep, alright. So it's right there. It's not perfect because it ain't got no timing tab, but I can see my line right there. And I can feel the piston right there with the screwdriver. I can turn it a little bit more maybe, just to see. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit closer there. Let's try that, see how that is. I'll call it good right there. Yeah, it ain't got no timing tab on it, but you can see the line right there on the balancer, and the timing tab would usually be in that area somewhere. And you know, you can feel the piston right there. So we're on top dead center, compression stroke number 1, or at least close to it anyhow. Maybe not exact on it, but close enough. Now we'll pull that cap off. I can already tell she's way out. Don't be honking at me. Yeah, she's way out. It should be pointing this way, not that way. So she's pretty much 180 out. Which he said that he thought the timing was off on it. So we'll just spin that around 180 degrees and set her back down. Tighten this up. I'm just gonna pull all these wires off because I know they're all in the wrong spot. Clear cap here. Alright, let's put this on here like that. playing with me. Yeah, it's on there. Come on. There you go. You two. Yep. You three. No. You want to play too, huh? Alright, yeah. There you go. Now, you four. Screwdriver's a little bit too long. But you still can't beat me. Alright, tighten her up a little bit more. Clear cap makes it easy to plug the wires up on. You can see all the prongs and everything. And that's going to be number one. There goes my ratchet. And number 8. Wow. That's way too long. Number 8. Is there any short ones? All of them as long as it. Alright. Double check my work here. 1, 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, and 2. Alright. We got rainbow plug wires going on, but it's all wired up and timed correctly now. Let's try all down. Yep, now I guess I need to go over all these rockers. Some of them's extremely loose. I probably should have did that before I put the plug wires on, but you know, sometimes I'm stupid, so I didn't do that. So let me get a battery put in it, and hopefully it'll turn over with the starter. I'll run through the rockers, and then we'll see if it'll fire up. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug that just in case. Be my luck, it try to fire right off when I don't want it to fire right off. Alright. Break out the vice grips for this one because I don't freaking own side post battery. But for some reason, the freaking thing I've been working on, freaking side post. Of course. Of course, freaking crap ain't gonna reach either because the posts are on the wrong side. See if I can get a little more length here. Always needing extra length, but never got it. Dang. Oh no, I might can make it work. They put these little short ass grounds on here. I guess if I had a side post battery like it's supposed to have, it would be easy to hook up, huh? Alright. Seen a little spark when I hooked it up, so we got something drawing a little power somewhere, so I guess let's go see if it'll roll over. Bad connection. Alright, try again. Ooh. Even turning over or just grinding? Okay, just turning over a little bit, but sounds like the starter needs to be shimmed. Of course it does. Let's see what we got going on under here. Oh hell, that's not looking good. Got a bolt that's not tight for some reason, and y'all remember from the beginning of the video, we had 2 broken off starter bolts laying up there. Yep, hopefully I can just tighten it up though. It'll be alright, because I ain't got no damn shims. I used all them on my daddy's truck in the past couple weeks. Having starter problems with my daddy's 86. been putting different starters on it, shimming the hell out of it and everything else. Right now I got a mini starter on my daddy's truck with about 7 or 8 shims on it, and it's still grinding a little bit. But the flywheel on my daddy's truck wobbles a little bit too, so when you take off and you hit second, you can hear it grind a little bit. Well, Hot Wheels just brought me another starter for it yesterday, so I gotta try to put that on there later. So it looks like I'm gonna be fighting with 2 starters today, probably. Yeah, that's not looking very good. Focus. Focus. Yeah. Not looking good. Not looking good at all. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Is this bolt tight or is it just snug? Okay. I gotta know what's going on here, so I gotta pull it off. Oh man, look at that wobble. This can't be good. I don't know how much y'all can tell it's moving. Well, it's unscrewing, but it's not good. Oh man, I don't even want to look, y'all. I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look. Oh man, it's the block cracked. It looks like the block is cracked right there. Yeah, there ain't no threads in that one. Holy shit. There's still a thread in that one. So, I mean, I could get a starter that bolts up straight across instead of offset. The way I could put a bolt here and there. I guess I'm gonna try to rethread that one maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna go take a break and ponder on it and whine and complain about it to myself for a little bit, and then we'll come back at it. I guess I'll show y'all a couple things I obtained for the old 400 too. Y'all don't mind the mess in here. I need to clean this freaking shed out. There's some slicks there we got for the Blazer, but we got some Vortex heads here. Just a stock set of Vortex. They're the 906s. They're not the 062s, but they're still Vortex heads. So yeah, we got them for the old 400, and got a brand new solid roller camshaft too, which I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use it or not because I don't have any lifters. But yeah, we got a decent set of heads for the 400 there. That'll help it make a little bit of power. I had to take a break from the 4x4, come over here and work on my daddy's truck with its starter issues. Pulled the mini starter off. It was working fine, but the problem is on the mini starter the gear don't go in as far as on a stock starter, so when it would shift it would grind for a little bit. Stock style starter, the gear goes in a lot further, so it shouldn't have no grinding problem. As long as we can get it shimmed far enough from the flywheel, you can kind of see where it's been eating on it a little bit. But I only got one shim for the offset style, and this is the one I had on it. And here's all the shims that I had on it for this starter to work. And plus I got the gear here shimmed back as far as it'll go. It'll come with 2 shims. I got both of them on there. Still wasn't far enough back. So we're about to put this one on there. We got a new stock style starter. Hopefully we won't need no shims, or hopefully this one will be good enough. And then I'll jump back over there to the 4-wheel drive and deal with its starter problems. Well, that's the new starter with no shims. I guess they cast that one a little better. It sounds pretty good on the startup. He's gonna run her down the road, and hopefully that one there works pretty good, because I don't want to have to crawl in and out from under that damn truck 100 freaking times like I did last week. I literally worked on it every damn day last week except for one day, and that's because it rained. Trying different starters, shim and starters, and trying other starters and doing this and that. And then finally got that starter there, a new one, and it seems to be doing pretty good. Everything's cast different nowadays. You can buy 2 damn starters and they'll both be a little bit different. One might need 10 shims, another one might not need it any. So we got my daddy's truck working good. His starter's good to go now. I seen him down the road to make sure it wasn't grinding when you hit the gas or when it shifted, but he didn't even really have to do that because the gear goes back in further on them stock style starters than it does that mini starter. But anyway, it's good to go. So now I gotta fight the starter problems on this thing. Oh man, I know this is gonna be tons of fun. I got a tap here. I doubt this is gonna work, but I'm gonna run this tap in there, see if we can make some better threads, and if we can get some threads back in it. I'm thinking about just making me some studs. Now, it's not gonna be the best thing for bolting the starter up. You know, it's better to have the starter bolts because they have that little shank on them to help hold the starter tight and stuff so it don't move back and forth. But I think that'd be better than trying to put a bolt in it and tightening down on it real tight and just stripping it out again. So I'm gonna run this tap in there just to see what it does. Got this one cleaned out and that one cleaned out. They both got pretty nice threads in them. This one here is completely screwed. I got that mini starter I just pulled off my daddy's truck. It bolts up straight across instead of offset like this one. So I might just put it on there for now. It's the starter that goes to the motor and the blazer, so it wouldn't be on here very long, but I could use it until we get the motor and the blazer ready to go. Still gotta get it mounted in there, so I mean we ain't using it right now. So might throw that on here just to try to crank this thing. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it and see what I can round up, stuff like that. I'll figure something out and then we'll come back at it. I don't know. I just want to hear this damn thing run, see if it will run or what. Never good to have your bolt holes for your starters cracked and wallered out and stripped and all that crap. Never good. Never good. Now, if anything, I guess I could pull these heads off and put them on that 400. Use these aluminum heads on it instead of the Vortex. Alright, so I was doing a little digging around. I remembered that LS motors use a 15mm bolt, whereas these use the old school small block use a 9/16 bolt. And that means that the 15mm, you can't hardly tell, but 15mm bolt for the LS is a little bit bigger than the 9/16. So what I'm thinking about doing, also I found a stud here for LS. It's off the front accessory brackets, one of the studs for that. I was thinking about maybe trying to screw that in on the bad one. It ain't got many threads. This is 15mm. I'm not sure what size the actual bolt is. I mean, these are 3/8 bolts, so I guess a little bit bigger than 3/8. But I'm thinking about either putting this on the bad side or trying one of these LS style starter bolts that's a little bit bigger round. I don't know. We're gonna figure something out here. We're gonna see what's gonna, I don't know, but we're gonna see what's gonna work and what's not gonna work. Probably none of it's gonna work, but we're gonna make something work. Y'all see what we got rigged up here. So we got stud on this side where the block was cracked, and then we got a 15mm with a nut on it making up some washers. Oh man, but it's secured a lot more than it was, so let's go see how it sounds. All right, let's see how it does. Ugh. Horrible. We got brand new solid roller camshaft here. There's the specs for anybody wondering, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use it or not, because like I said, it's a solid roller and the 400 don't have provisions for roller lifters, and I don't have any roller lifters with the link bars, so I don't know, but we got a nice camshaft. Anybody has some roller lifters with link bars for old school small block without the provisions for roller lifters, let me know. I'd like to get them for you. This is more of a, you know, like a thumper series cam, more of a sound than it is performance. But I mean, if I could find some lifters for it, it'd obviously still be better than stock. So if anybody has some solid roller lifters with the link bars that you want to get rid of or trade or something, let me know. Another day here. Got a little too late on me last night, and I just said screw it. Figured I'd come back out here and jump on it today. I done spent way too much time on this thing as it is, whenever I got more important stuff I need to be doing. So we're gonna throw this mini starter on here real quick and see if we can make it work with it, because this it bolts up straight across instead of offset like this starter. And this bolt hole over here is good, whereas the other one's all wallered out. And I was thinking I could probably run to town and maybe get a helicoil to put in this one up here that's wallered out, and that may fix that. But I don't feel like wasting time running to town and all that right now. I got other stuff I need to do, so we're just gonna throw this mini starter on real quick, and hopefully it'll work and won't give me no problems, and we can at least fire this thing up before we end this video off. And then I'll have to figure something else out later, either get my own mini starter if this one will work, or either go get a helicoil and try that, but that'll be later on down the road. Right now we're just gonna do this real quick and see if we can make this work. Ow. Unhook that up there because it ain't got no headers on it, so I can just get to it easily from up top. So trying to do it down here, putting the wires and stuff on. Alright. This one's got the smaller tooth flywheel on it, so I have to use the outer bolt holes. That's the good thing about these mini starters like this one. They're pretty universal and adjustable, so you can use it on the small flywheel, the 153 tooth or 168 tooth. Right now it's got the small 153 tooth flywheel on it, and that's what that starter up there is for. This mini starter has 4 bolt holes. That way you can use it on this flywheel or the 168 tooth flywheel. Okay, this is already looking more promising than what we was dealing with. What the hell, man? I always tighten my bolts up a little bit at a time, and we're not going to tighten the hell out of it because this one over here I'm not real sure about because it's got them cracks in it. Let's go up top and unhook the wires on the old starter and hook them up on that one, and hopefully this damn thing works. Alright, a little easier to get to the wires right here. Trying to fight it upside down under a truck and all that crap. Alright, now I need to go get a 13 millimeter. Come on out there, you bastard. Hook up the wires down here. Now we can try this baby out. Alright, now I just gotta get a piece of wire or something just to wrap on that for now, so we can plug it up right there on the starter. Now we'll twist that around there. Maybe put some electrical tape on it. or maybe just leave it wide open so it can spark and arc and burn down. You know, twist it around there like so. Wrap them together a little bit. I'll take a little bit of this black stuff that people that does wiring for a living absolutely hates. You definitely don't want to use this on no show car or nothing you care about. But I don't have a show car. I mean, I do care about my stuff, but I try to keep a fire extinguisher on hand. And you know, so far so good. I've only had one car burn down, and you know, I've only had a few trucks catch on fire, so nothing too bad. All right, let's plug this bad boy in. All right, let's hook the battery back up. Here's my little buddy, fresh off the school bus. It's Friday, so I know he's happy. Weekend. All right, battery hooked up. Let's see what she does. Oh, imagine that.
Look at all the candy I got.
Yeah, you got a big old bag, huh? What all you got? You have a good day?
Yeah.
All right. Did you save the day?
Yeah.
All right. Take two. Okay. Yeah, I mean, damn, probably wouldn't hurt to put one or two shims on it, but it's a lot better than what it was. I think I'm gonna put one little small shim on it, and then we'll see if she'll bust off. I'm just gonna slide where'd it go? I'm gonna put a 132 in it. I got a 164. It's a little bit thinner than this. I think that'd be a little bit too thin. So we're gonna try this one here. And just slide it up in there, like so. And we'll get our bolt. Put it back up in there. Yep, wrong one. Alright, right there. There we go. One side at a time, a little bit at a time. Back over here. Alright, and then back over here. It's nice and snug. I don't want to bust the block. Alright, let's go try that. A little bit better. Might still need another shim or two or three. But I think we're going to leave it at that for now and see if she'll, well, I need to go through these rockers a little bit, and then we'll see if she'll bust off. All right. Yeah, wow. Yep. Definitely need to adjust some rockers. There them leaves. I'm used to pine straw everywhere around here. He had oak trees all at his house, so all his stuff is full of oak leaves, where all my stuff's full of pine straw. Alright. I'm gonna leave some of them a little bit loose. I don't want them to be too tight. Got them too tight, it'll make it not want to crank, or if it does crank run, it'll be popping and backfiring and crap like that. Push rod still spinning. Alright. Oh hell. I know there's a certain way a lot of people like to do this, but I'm just gonna do it the way I do it, which is just spin it over, see which ones is loose, tighten them up, spin it over, see which ones is loose, tighten them up, Now, if I got a motor on a stand that I just put together or something, you know, I'll go through it and adjust them all the way I guess you're supposed to do it. Alright, I went through the rockers a few times. Let me get a little bit of gas poured down her throat. And we'll see what she'll do. See if I can fill the bowl up a little bit without spilling it everywhere. And that's a somewhat yes, no, a little bit, maybe. Maybe if I shut up, I'll quit moving. Yeah. I only spilled a little bit. Oh, hell. We'll leave that unhooked because it ain't got no spring on it. Oh. Oh, man. She shouldn't be thirsty. Alright, distributor's plugged up. She's got fuel. See what she's done. Damn. A little bit hot. Yeah. Kind of forgot there ain't no headers or manifolds on it. Thank you. Oh yeah, yeah. Scorched my hairs a little bit. Yeah, got me a little bit. What can I say? I ain't got much sense. Let's give it a little bit more timing so them fireballs will be burning a little better. Let's see how it does again. Well, it runs. I don't want to run it too long like that. I know all the internet technicians and mechanics will be freaking out on me running it with no headers or manifolds. But it does run. Fired up pretty easy. Might need another degree or two of timing. Let's do it one more time. Just one more time for the hell of it. Might be out of gas. Fired right up though, didn't it? Over the years, I guess I've got pretty good at putting small block Chevys in time. And pretty good at spilling fuel everywhere. We're gonna give her one more rip with the open heads. There we go. She should like that. I don't think it sounds too bad for open heads. Alright, well, I guess that's that. We know she runs now, so that's good. Still got the starter situation to figure out. I guess I just need to order me a mini starter or try to find a used one or something, because that seems to work pretty good. Let's see. I don't think that's them. These are 90 model headers, two-wheel drive. Alright, here we go. Yeah. These are 90 model shorty headers. So we got headers for it. Alright, well, I guess we got her busted off. It seems to run pretty good. Maybe in the next video on this truck, we'll get the headers and stuff put on. Maybe try to get some exhaust and stuff on it. Obviously need to get the front accessories and all that on there. And then we can maybe see if it'll go down the road. But at least we know the motor runs. But either way, I got other stuff I need to go do. So we're going to end this one off right here. Y'all just let me know what y'all think about it. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Later.